Tonight on the program, inside the scrutiny of Thailand's Social Security Fund and political parties' pledges to reform the system. Then a final election debate on how Thailand can survive the economic crisis. And why Chut Thai and denim took Thai teens by storm. Swadika, I'm Nad Bunag and welcome to This Week with Thai PBS World. The election is in 2 days, and just moments ago, political parties held their final rallies in Bangkok, attempting to woo their supporters for one last time. But here's another controversial issue. Thailand's Social Security Fund, or the SSF, is an insurance system for workers covering sickness, maternity, pensions, and unemployment, which is managed by the Thai government. But imagine that all of that money you invested was not even able to cover the cost of your health benefits, but it has allegedly been splurged on unnecessary investments that have nothing to do with your life. Here's why the SSF has been under public scrutiny in recent weeks. Thailand's Social Security Office is a public entity that takes money deducted from people's monthly salaries to ensure their access to healthcare and social welfare, but it has become the subject of public scrutiny. A lot of money from its Social Security Fund is being splurged on questionable investments, sparking public uproar. The immediate reform of the Social Security Fund has eventually been included among the election pledges of many parties ahead of the general election. The main crusader who brought this to light was none other than People's Party MP Ratchanok Srinok, who has openly criticized the Social Security Office on several occasions, accusing it of poor management and irregularities.
ไม่ได้โจมตีนี่คือข้อเท็จจริงที่เราต้องเอามาตีแผ่ให้ผู้ประกันตนได้ฟังได้รู้ท่านจะได้รู้ว่าเขาทำอะไรกับเงินท่านตลอด30ปีที่ผ่านมาไม่มีใครเคยบอกท่านว่าเขาเอาเงินของท่านไปทำอะไรแต่วันนี้เราจะทำทุกวิถีทางที่ทำให้เห็บหมัดที่กัดกินกองทุนประกันสังคมมัน
The People's Party has questioned several of the decisions made by the Social Security Office, particularly on expenditure from the Social Security Fund. The most notorious being the purchase of the Sky9 Center office building for 7 billion baht. The People's Party MP claims that the purchase price was excessive given the low occupancy rate, and suspects that officials and former politicians linked to the Labor Ministry may have siphoned money off from the fund through such projects. Another is the 800 million baht investment in real estate funding for Thammasat University's TU Dome residential complex, the project for which remains dormant. Other questionable investments include the renovation of the Labor Ministry's cafeteria, an overhaul of its IT system and the SSO Plus app only to crash on its launch, the excessive production of SSO calendars, and the production of 7,000 uniforms for staff members. Not to mention the luxury overseas trips for members of the SSO's management disguised as study trips worth 10 million baht. In light of the public outcry, the SSO has defended its spending, stating that it has been in accordance with its usual procedures. Yet this explanation did not live up to people's expectations.
กระบวนการในการที่เราใช้งบเนี่ยเราก็ต้องผ่านกระบวนการตามระเบียบข้อปฏิบัติผ่านบอร์ดของประกันสังคมทุกขั้นตอนไม่ตลอดทุกขั้นตอนไม่ว่าในเรื่องของการจัดซื้อในเรื่องการของเงินทุกอย่างตามลำดับขั้นตอนของสำนักงานประกันสังคมค่ะ
Officials and employer representatives have also come forward to defend the SSF's management, asserting that the fund is well run. They point to the fund's portfolio return on investment of 6.1%, amounting to 80 billion baht last year. Critics have challenged these claims, arguing that the actual return is only 2 to 3% of the fund's size, a rate considered low and detrimental to the welfare of the 24 million insured employees who contribute to it. The public scrutiny of its management has resonated strongly among workers, particularly those disappointed by inadequate benefits and retirees receiving minimal pensions. In response, Labour Minister Trinut Tiantong has instructed the Labour Permanent Secretary to study options for reforming the social security system. Currently, the SSF is overseen by the Labour Ministry's Social Security Office. It is funded through contributions from 3 sources, namely insured employees, employers, and the government. As of January 1st, 2026, the maximum monthly contribution by employees was raised from 750 to 875 baht, with employers required to match this increase. Since its inception in 1990, the SSF has provided medical welfare for Thais. However, since the introduction of universal health coverage in 2002, widely known as the Gold Card scheme, this has led to concerns about overlapping contributions and inequities in benefit distribution. The biggest concern now is its governance, especially decision-making on how asset allocation is made.
คนที่ดูแลเงินอยู่เนี่ยเขาไม่ได้ริเริ่มที่จะแก้ปัญหานี้เพราะฉะนั้นมันก็เลยต้องเกิดจากข้างนอกในระดับที่สูงขึ้นนั่นก็คือต้องเป็นนโยบายของผู้กำกับนโยบายของผู้ออกนโยบายทางการเมืองนะคะนั่นก็คือการที่เราได้มีโอกาสที่จะมาลงคะแนนเลือกตั้งในครั้งนี้นะคะที่พรรคต่างๆเสนอนโยบายออกมาว่าจะให้มีการปฏิรูปประกันสังคมให้มีการออกนอกระบบให้มีการบริหารจัดการที่มีความโปร่งใสอันนี้ก็ถือว่าเป็นโอกาสของผู้ประกันตน
A study by TDRI and Khon Kaen University pointed out that effective investment by the fund is vital for extending its longevity. Without significant improvements in management, the SSF could face deficits within 30 to 40 years of pension payouts, a scenario described as a ticking time bomb. In other words, Thailand's Social Security Fund will be at risk of going bankrupt. And some experts have said that the SSF should operate independently and free from state control. This call has ultimately become an election pledge for many political parties. In Thailand, there are currently about 24 million people who are insured by the Social Security Office. That is about 46.8% of the electorate of 53 million people who are eligible to vote for this Sunday's election. So this is actually an opportunity for political parties who have vowed to reform the social security system and propose ways to earn their support. Now let's have a look at what parties have said about this. So let's begin with the People's Party, which has been the main crusader. The party proposes that the Social Security Fund should be separate from the Labour Ministry and should be managed independently by professionals rather than state officials or politicians to prevent misuse. They hope that these changes will not only overhaul the management, but unlock the bureaucratic and structural issues which would eventually allow pensioners to have absolute control of their own money. In other words, the workers' money should never be in the hands of bureaucracy. The Democrat Party also took a clear stance that the Social Security Office needs massive restructuring and must be independent from the government to ensure transparency in how the funds are being managed. Its party leader, Apisit Wechashiwa, even questioned why employees have to pay every single month but still receive healthcare benefits that are not up to standard. He also suggested that the healthcare benefits should be integrated in the universal healthcare scheme instead and make the Social Security Fund only about pensions. Meanwhile, the Chut Thai party also suggested an overhaul of the Social Security Fund, including its structural management, transparency, investment, and benefits. And one of their pledges is to remove the Social Security Fund from the government, while also increasing transparency in how the funds are being used. They also proposed that the healthcare benefits from the SSF be integrated with the existing universal healthcare scheme. Meanwhile, Chut Thai party also agreed that the Social Security Fund must be separate from the Labor Ministry. While its party leader Anutin Charnvirakul did say that it is a good idea, no details of how this would be implemented were provided. At the same time, the Palang Pracharat Party also mentioned that the Social Security Office, which has been operating for more than 31 years, needs massive reform. So far, the Labour Minister, Trinut Tiantong, who's also the Prime Ministerial candidate of the Palang Pracharat Party, has ordered the Permanent Secretary to study options for reforming the Social Security system. And one of those business models being proposed is to restructure it to be similar to the government pension fund or independent financial institutions with high levels of good governance. And as you can see, these parties all agree that the Social Security system, especially with its bureaucracy and the way it's being managed, needs massive restructuring. And right now, Thailand's economy has gone from an economic tiger to a sick man of Asia, according to a recent report by the Financial Times. Reviving the Thai economy, which is on the edge of collapse, will be a daunting task for the new government. In a final debate by Thai PBS and other media outlets, 3 candidates from 3 parties outlined their strategies to save Thailand from the crisis. Let's find out more with Gitipat Chusukjit.
After Thai PBS hosted election debate in different regions across Thailand, today marks the final debate held at Thai PBS in Bangkok under the slogan of "Every Voice Overcoming Thailand's Crisis." As you can see here, the debate focuses on each party's policies and how they plan to develop the country. The final debate follows the Thai PBS Economic Policy Forum, which took place on February the 3rd in cooperation with 8 other media outlets. Representatives of 3 political parties joined this round, namely Dr. Kandi Leopairod, a prime ministerial candidate of the Democrat Party, Phauphum Rojanasakull, deputy leader of Chut Thai, and Sirikanya Tansakul, deputy leader of the People's Party. Describing Thailand's economy like the Titanic that is on the edge of sinking, the 3 candidates shared their views on how to save the country's economy. The final debate focuses on 3 big questions. How can Thailand boost the country's GDP? What issue needs to be prioritized despite budget limitations? And how do we increase transparency to rebuild trust? While many economic institutions forecast that Thailand's GDP will grow no more than 2% this year due to geopolitical tensions and internal political instability, Dr. Gandhi said the Democrat Party aims to push Thailand's GDP growth to 5% within 4 years. The party will focus on building the digital economy, quality tourism, and stronger agricultural products and production as the global supply chain has changed. Gandhi also stressed the importance of human development by improving the quality of healthcare and education, as well as ensuring a better quality of life for the elderly. She also called for the stronger political ethics and stricter action against corruption.
For Thailand, I think it's pretty much everything, starting from the GDP growth itself, the cost of living, and also the investment that coming into Thailand, and as well that we are looking at, the collective information that reflect the health of our economy at the moment, and that also talks about the human resources as well. I would like to urge to set the strategy for the country for the next 5 years, not just only, for the first 3 months or the first year that what we're going to get, because it's not going to get us anywhere. The problem that we are encountering right now is the structural issues. So we have to design the whole new strategy for the industries. We need to build the infrastructure, both physical and digitals, and as well as the improve or the human resources to be able to take a chances for the new opportunity that comes in.
The Chut Thai party also targets 5% GDP growth within 4 years. Phauphum believes that the path begins at home with improving human capital, raising industrial quality and making Thailand a vital link in the supply chain without concentrating growth in just a few areas. He also believes that economic stimulus still come first and argues that some measures can deliver a high impact with relatively low spending. Paupum also proposes on open digital and AI government to support transparency and detect any wrongdoing, which will prevent corruption.
So this year will be a very challenging year. We have a lot of challenges like geopolitics, like debt problems, like household debt, and also low level of investment, and also about the budget allocation. So we have to solve it by looking by step. Like we have in the Thai Party, we have a short land policy, like a debt problem that we are doing in terms of many aspects of debt, and also help low-income people. And also help for the agricultural sectors by guarantee the profit to the 30%. And also about the budget allocation is a very big problem here because we are trying to expand our tax base by using like incentive that people like to challenge for luck in order to expand our tax base, which is very important.
Meanwhile, Sirikanya said Thailand has been too reliant on exports and foreign direct investment. Therefore, she prioritizes boosting economic confidence, starting with Thai investors by strengthening the domestic economy, improving public transport, and supporting more open electricity trading alongside foreign investment that includes technology transfer. Sirikanya also believes that improving the quality of education, upskilling, reskilling, and basic welfare should be treated as long-term investments. To ensure transparency, she emphasized the need for state reform, serious action on corruption, and energy liberalization to reduce monopolies and support clean energy, all of which is aimed at attracting investment and building confidence.
I think the crisis that we face right now is a crisis of trust and confidence. It's the root cause of a lot of problems that shaking the confidence of Thai consumers, Thai people, Thai domestic businesses, and also international businesses. That's the main reasons that we need to revamp, to reform Thai economy into the good shape so that we can restore trust and confidence to the Thai economy. So that the first thing first is that we have to eradicate these corrupting businesses and deal with the corruption in the public procurement as well. So that we can restore the trust in the public sector first. And then we have to restore the confidence of Thai consumers so that they can spend more.
This year's election in Thailand is very competitive. As a result, the election debates have been intense on almost every stage, especially this week with Election Day on Sunday, February the 8th. Kiti Patin Suktit, Thai PBS World.
And it's really interesting how they describe Thailand's economic crisis like a sinking Titanic. And now let's have a look at the other stories making headlines throughout the week in our weekly roundup. Thailand's Second Army region has reassured the public that the border situation remains under control after a 40mm grenade was fired from Cambodia into Kantaralak district in Sisaket on Thursday morning. Meanwhile, the first regional border committee meeting of the year between Thai and Cambodian forces was held in Klong Yai district of Trat province on Tuesday and Wednesday, but ended without any agreement. An investigative panel has been set up urgently to determine the reasons for the death of a wild elephant named Hupap because of its folded ears during its transport from Khon Kaen to Loi province. An initial assessment indicates that the death may have been related to choking, though a full necropsy is required to confirm the exact cause. A 15-year-old boy has been held in police custody in Ubon Ratchathani on suspicion of robbing a gold shop in a shopping mall in Hat Yai on Tuesday. The boy was arrested at a bus terminal in Ubon Ratchathani on Wednesday after police investigators in Hat Yai discovered that he had left the stolen gold ornaments with a friend before boarding a flight to Don Mueang Airport in Bangkok and taking a bus to Ubon Ratchathani.
And of course, the Thai general election is this Sunday. So to provide some clarity, here's a quick summary of what will happen on the day, how many candidates are competing, and how many people are eligible to vote.
This Sunday, about 53 million Thais will head to the polls to decide the future of the country and who will likely become the next Prime Minister of Thailand. Out of all eligible voters, those of Generation X and Generation Y make up the majority, with 15 million and 14 million voters respectively, while those of Generation Z, including first-time voters, have slightly increased to 8 million. Their voices have played a significant role in Thailand's future. 57 political parties are fielding candidates in this general election, according to Thailand's Election Commission. A total of 3,526 candidates are competing to become constituency MPs, 1,570 candidates to become party list MPs, and 94 are prime ministerial candidates. The main focus, however, has been on larger parties, particularly Phum Chai Thai, Pheu Thai, the People's Party, and the Democrats. Any party can nominate up to 3 prime ministerial candidates. Phum Chai Thai Party nominated the current caretaker prime minister and its party leader Anuthin Chanvirakul for the top seat. Another prime ministerial candidate is current foreign affairs minister Sihasak Phongketkaew. Chut Thai Party, which has seen 2 of its prime ministers ousted by the Constitutional Court in just 2 years, has nominated Yotchanan Wongsawat, a nephew of former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawat, as their prime ministerial candidate. Other candidates include its current party leader and former Deputy Finance Minister Julapan Amonwiwat, and the party's election director and former Deputy Prime Minister Surya Jungrugrungkit. The People's Party, reincarnated from the previous election winner, the Move Forward Party, only to be disbanded a year later, is aiming at victory once again. Their main candidates are its party leader Nathapong Rungpanyawut, Deputy Leader Sirikanya Tansakul, and Wirayut Kanchuchat. The Democrat Party is aiming at a political comeback as former Prime Minister Abhisit Vejjajiva has rejoined as the party leader. Apart from Abhisit, other prime ministerial candidates include digital economy expert Dr. Gandhi Leopairod and former finance minister Gon Chatikawanit. The new government will take shape after the election, and the usual horse trading to decide which parties will form a ruling coalition. A total of 500 MPs will be elected to the House of Representatives, which includes 400 constituency MPs and 100 party list MPs. A prime ministerial candidate must then win at least 251 votes in the House in order to secure the premiership. The only difference from last time is that senators are no longer allowed to vote for a prime minister. This is because the terms of those 250 junta-appointed senators who had the right to vote for a new prime minister have already expired. This Sunday will also be the very first time in Thailand when a referendum is taking place on the same day as the general election. This means that voters will have to cast 3 ballots, one each for constituency MPs, party list MPs, and the referendum, the latter of which is where voters will be asked whether they agree that the constitution should be redrafted.
Now on to something that is going viral here in Thailand. When you think of Chut Thai, you may think of wearing an embellished sabai and a long skirt, which portrays Thai traditional beauty and timeless elegance. But what about spicing that up with jeans? That trend is taking Thailand by storm, and many Thai influencers and teens are joining the new craze, taking photos at iconic places across Bangkok. Here's more with Warisara Sahan.
Forget full Thai traditional costumes. Social media users, especially Thai Gen Z users, are reimagining the look, blending heritage with everyday style, and turning it into viral social media content. Traditional Thai dress, or Chut Thai, is getting a modern remix. The shape of the traditional dress is now being paired with denim jeans, a combination which is quickly gaining traction online. That shift in style has turned Bangkok's own town into a popular backdrop for photos featuring Thai national dress. Here near Wat Po Temple, it fits naturally with the trend of wearing Thai national dress with the jeans, as it sits opposite of Wat Arun, or the Temple of Dawn, and very close to the Grand Palace. Tha Tien Pier is also one of the popular spots for visitors creating social media content, following the trend at Wat Arun, one of Bangkok's go-to photo locations when wearing Thai national costume.
So right now I feel hot, I feel sexy, a little bit sweet. So my look today is inspired from two soft power of Thailand, like Sabai, Chut Thai, okay, for the city, Bangkok city trend, and also I mix with the shots for boxing, right? So this is my inspiration today. There are two soft power that I love to present to the world.
รู้สึกดีใจมากเลยค่ะปกติเมื่อก่อนใครใส่ชุดไทยมันต้องดูเป็นงานเป็นการเป็นทางการอะไรแบบนี้แต่ว่าพอมันมีการแบบอะแดปกับรุ่นสมัยใหม่ร่วมสมัยอะไรเงี้ยรู้สึกว่ามันเป็นซอฟต์พาวเวอร์ที่ทำให้คนหลายๆคนหรือว่าต่างชาติเองอ่ะมองเข้ามาเองเขาก็อยากจะรู้สึกว่าเขาใส่เหมือนอารมณ์เราไปเกาหลีแล้วก็จะต้องใส่ฮันบกอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
Is like in Japan with the kimono, so the trend is beautiful, and the Thai people are special. Young people are full of bright.
เท่าที่เราเดินผ่านร้านเช่าชุดหลายๆชุดรู้สึกว่าคึกคืนมากๆทำให้แบบเศรษฐกิจตรงนั้นอาจจะฟื้นฟูขึ้นด้วยในเรื่องของเขาเรียกว่าอะไรเรื่องของเศรษฐกิจในชุมชนอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะก็คิดว่าน่าจะเป็นในเรื่องของเงินน่าจะสะพัดพอสมควร
The trend all began when Bangkok City, a song by KT Kratte, was released containing a particular dance style. The song's popularity soon extended beyond music into fashion, inspiring a wave of creative style across social media platforms. This trend has drawn crowds as well as business for dress rental shops and tuk-tuk trips for post photos around the Tha Tien area.
ลูกค้าโดยส่วนใหญ่เป็นคนจีนไต้หวันแล้วก็พวกชาวฝรั่งเขาก็จะแบบเดินไปเดินมาถ้าเจอเขาก็จะเข้ามาทำแต่ถ้าจองมาส่วนใหญ่หลักๆจะเป็นลูกค้าชาวจีนคนไทยเข้ามาเยอะขึ้นค่ะก็ประทับใจนะเพราะว่าแบบคนไทยได้เข้ามาตามเทรนอะไรอย่างเงี้ยให้ความสนใจในด้านนี้เพราะว่าปกติคนไทยจะทำน้อยมากที่เขาจะทำ
These styles have, however, largely remained associated with elegance, formality, and for ceremonial use. Although the trend became more approachable, some people point out that the full Thai national dress is for a time and place.
มันแล้วแต่มุมมองในการนำเสนอการเล่าเรื่องว่าตอนนี้มันเล่าเรื่องเป็นแบบนี้แล้วมันทำให้ชุดไทยมันกลายเป็นซอฟต์พาวเวอร์ทำให้หยิบมาใส่ได้ง่ายขึ้นแต่ตอนนี้คนนี้เห็นแล้วรู้สึกจะเป็นบวกมากกว่าลบอ่ะในทางสื่อโซเชียลอ่ะใครๆก็มาใส่ตัวเองยังคิดเลยว่าอยากจะไปใส่บ้าง
It's not only about experiencing Thai fashion, but also Thai landmarks, cuisine, and the people behind the culture. Despite some criticism, the Sabai with jeans trend is breathing a new life into Thai traditional dress, bridging tradition and modern creativity while strengthening Thailand's soft power and cultural influence. Warisala Sahan reporting for Thai PBS World.
All right, and that's all for this edition of This Week with Thai PBS World. If you're excited to find out who will become the winner of the general election, join us this Sunday for our special live coverage, Thailand's Election Night with Thai PBS World from 5 p.m. onwards, where we'll be reporting the elections in English. This will be only on Thai PBS World's Facebook and YouTube Live. Meanwhile, you can also follow the latest stories and analyses on the upcoming general elections on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, so that you don't miss out on important updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ